Hey guys, we're here to do another card for the art journal in the box. We have, including this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including this one left to do. My goal is to get them done in the next few days, but we'll see if that actually happens. So I have this card, and I kept trying to figure out, before I turned the camera on, what I was going to do with this one, trying to kind of work with the paint colors, but the problem is I don't really like them. And it is just a wipe-up card. So I think I'm going to start by covering the entire card with this great cork ribbon that I just got the other day. And to do that, I'm going to use Golden Heavy Gel Medium, because it can be a little tough to stick down, as I found out from doing the Rolodex card with it. So I am going to just give it a thin coat all over. Try to not get my DNA in the card. My hair in there. Okay, so I'm going to give it a small coat all over. I'm going to stick the ribbon down and give it a trim and let it dry. I will fast forward through that and I'll be right back. Okay, I think our cork backing is dry, or at least dry enough to move on. So I let it dry, and then I also trim the edges. So we have now this nice sheet of paper for our art journal box that's covered in cork. And you know what? I could just leave it like this and be totally happy. I love the way it looks. But we aren't going to do that. So I have these are actually paint chips. So I have a whole bunch of them. I have lots of paint chips. But anyway, and that's Shannon Green's fault. But anyway, that's another conversation. Sorry, Shannon. It's not really her fault. I collected paint chips before I found out about Shannon Green. Anyway, so I was punching shapes out of them for a Lifebook art journal page that I did for Lifebook 2014. And I didn't have the heart to throw these away after I punched out my square. So I'm thinking I want to put these on here, something like that. I don't know what else I want to do to the page except that. But I like these colors on here together. At least I think that's the colors I like. I don't know, I like this yellow one too. I might like the paler yellow one better. I have all these different colors. So let's get these on here. Again, I think I'm going to use the heavy gel medium, because sticking things to the cork can be a little tricky. That's what I found out with the Rolodex card. So let's get these on here, and then we can decide what else we want to do to this card. The cork has lots of holes in it. It's very textured. So when you're working on a textured or other unusual surface, it's, good to just go ahead, and that's the time to bust out the better glues. They might be a little more expensive, but it's really the best way to stick things down. Let's get this green one on here. And this gel medium will dry clear, so I'm not worried about that. And this green swatch has somebody's handwriting on there. I can't really read what it says, but I don't know whose handwriting that is. I must have gotten it from the hardware store that way. Okay, I like that. Put the lid on this. Put it away. Or at least close it and put it to the side. Okay, so I'm going to dry this again, and I'm going to try to figure out what other elements I want to have on my page, and I will be right back. Okay, it's not completely dry yet, but I found these butterflies that are from this piece of scrapbook paper that I was gifted. I fussy cut out 3 of them. I also knew that in my Word box I had this calendar page that says the butterfly counts not months but moments and has enough time. I love that, and actually this might be the first time that I actually use the whole thing with the artwork and all on the page, because I kind of like the idea of doing that. So let's get some more stuff glued down, then we can just let the whole shebang dry before we do anything else. So I'm going to again use the gel medium because of the uneven texture of the cork. It really, I feel, is the best glue. And I know it's going to really adhere everything down. There's my other butterfly. I'm not worried about covering up that mystery writing that's on the one paint swatch. I just covered up part of it, but I'm going to just use it as interest in the background. This butterfly is missing a piece of a wing, so he's going to just be flying off the page. We'll make it work. I'm going to smooth these out with my old insurance card. Okay, then I'm going to cut this out. Normally I would just cut the quote out, but I really like the whole piece. I want to do it while my butterflies are wet, though, in case I need to move one of them. Of course, I could do this with a paper trimmer, but the scissors are out and they're handy, and the paper trimmer is in a drawer in the closet. So I just need to lift that wing up a little bit and it'll be good. Okay. Let's get this glued on here. There we go. Put that back down. Use the insurance card. You could use an old gift card for this, a credit card. You all know that, right? Okay, it's not even dry yet, and I already like the way it looks, but we're going to let that dry completely, and then I'm going to be back to do some final touches, some doodling, some Stabilo pencil work, and I will be right back. Okay, so it's not completely dry, but it's mostly dry. I'm going to bring you guys in a little bit. There we go. And we're going to start outlining everything with the Stabilo pencil. As you all know, that's like my thing this year. I'm totally addicted to the Stabilo pencil. And I just like to grunge everything up. It's gotten to the point where I just can't even help myself. I admit. Let's see. You don't have to be super precise about this because you're going to activate it and smear it all around anyway. You just kind of want it in the right place. And I have found that it's helpful, and I know if I do this, some of it's going to be off camera, but it's really just much easier if you turn your piece. You're less likely to get your hand stuck in the Stabilo pen The wet Stabilo ink. Yeah, how do I know that? Experience. I don't ever tell you guys not to do something I haven't already done wrong already. Because, you know, why would I bother to stop and read directions? Or I'm terrible about that. You should ask my husband. I hate reading directions on anything. If I have to read the directions, it's a big problem. It's funny because I love to read. I just don't like reading directions on things. Okay. You'll notice how the Stabilo is soaking into some things and not into others. It depends on, you know, the paper, whether it's coated or not. It won't really stick to the gel medium. It'll sit on the surface. I'm okay with all of that. It just gives, you know, each little section of the black ink, you know, kind of a little different grungy look. You just figure out how to work with it and what you're going to like and not like about it. Sometimes I'll squeeze out extra water out of my water brush and just puddle it. Like that. I like that. All right, I'm going to sorry. I'm going to plug the heat tool back in and I'm going to dry this and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's all dry or mostly dry. We are going to put the butterfly's antennas back in. I'm going to use the black feud ball because I know it'll write on here and it'll write on the cork and everything, and I'm not so sure about some of the other pens, but the feud ball pretty much writes on anything. Tie the black back into the butterfly somehow. So I'm going to put some dots on their wings. Okay, like that. And I have a whiteout pen. Get it started on my drop paper. You will have trouble with the whiteout pen on areas where the gel medium is not completely dry, because it is not going to want to write on that wet gel medium. I like that. Okay, and let's get some black soot distress ink. Like that too. I think I want to do one more thing. Before we call it done. So back to the feud ball pen. And yeah, some scratchy lines. question is it done? I don't know. I think it needs a little more. I think it's good. Sometimes it's hard to tell if they're actually done or not. I'm tempted to add one more thing, but I'm not going to because I think that's going to muck it up a little bit and put too much on there. Alright, there you have it. Another art journal in a box card. I think we'll call this one Butterflies. Alright, I'll see you later. Go out and have a good day. Do something nice for yourself because you deserve it. Bye. Okay, I lied. I think it needs one more thing. So I have some Dina Wakley heavy body acrylic paint here in the color of Sky. I think it just got too dark. So I'm just taking some of this paint and I'm going around the edge with my finger, and I'm just smearing it a little bit and smudging it, making the color uneven, leaving some spots darker than others. It's mixing with the Stabilo pencil a little bit and the ink, and I'm totally okay with that. Maybe because I've been having a painterly day today and I've been working on a canvas. I don't know. So one of my tricks I use when painting, baby wipes, so you can put the paint on but you can also take it off. Wipe it back. That's much better. I actually like that much better. Put a little bit right here. So you can just put the paint on and then you can move it around and or take it off with your baby wipe. Yeah. And if you're doing this on a painted background and you let your background dry completely, if you get some paint on it in a place that you decide, ew, I don't like that there, you can just wipe it completely off if you catch it right away, and if your background is dry, it's not going to hurt what you've already done. Yeah, that's much better. There you go. That is a really grungy card, but you know what? I really like it. So there you have it. Alright, I'll see y'all later. Bye.